Hello my dear Digimon fans, this is Mega881000 again, coming with another info video about the next announcement for the MegaHouse G.E.M Digimon series, because Precious G.E.M. WereGarurumon got announced as the next statue for the series. This announcement with more precise details was also a little further back and at the beginning of February 2023. So I am a little late with this again, but we will make the best out of it. But actually, so much time did not pass since this last update. You will soon see and hear the reasons for this and why I'm saying this. As you have heard and seen, MegaHouse next upcoming bullet will getting released under the newer Precious G.E.M series designation, and therefore also got announced with the newer Precious G.E.M logo. In case you are remembering, in contrary, MegaHouse G.E.M got introduced as the first one in years with the old G.E.M series logo and got branded and announced with that. No idea why, just wanted to mention this again. Yeah, that WereGarurumon is back with the new Precious G.E.M logo. Yeah. About Precious G.E.M WereGarurumon, they posted on the 25th November 2022 at WithTheWill this information, which was also probably the very first post for him ever. As you can see, the following was written about. From Mega Hobby Expo November 2022, we have details on two upcoming Precious G.E.M figures. First up, WereGarurumon, teased with just the smallest look at an uncolored prototype, along with a notice not to post photos since it's an early prototype and that it's currently scheduled for last year. And due to the extreme popularity, the Omegamon Precious G.E.M is back. Omegamon 2023 version will get some tweaked coloring and a different colored stand base from the original figure. And that are more details to come was written as well, as you can see. Funny thing about is that the forum members actually didn't post the real picture of the prototype. Yeah, as requested on this display. Yeah. However, the next day on November 26, someone posted this full picture of the prototype on Twitter. Yeah, this was sure to happen. Anyway, and it has to be said they did bothered a bit too much with the please don't post picture thing, since from the early unpainted prototype sculpt, in my opinion, zero details have been changed and the actual end product is just the shown prototype with full coloring now. Well, whatever. And Omegamon's repaint announcement was a lot longer ago for now, but I didn't want to make an extra info video about this because there are only a few changes to the new 2023 version, from the original release, and I will include the info about this here at the end. But first, back to WereGarurumon. The next entry about him at the WithTheWill forum then followed, as you can see, on the 16th December 2022 with two pictures from the Jump Festa in December 2022, showing now the full painted prototype and also the following short information the member posted about it. From the MegaHouse display at Jump Festa, we have images showing off the upcoming Precious G.E.M WereGarurumon figure. We only found out about this figure a few weeks ago, but the full color prototype is extremely detailed with a really good looking level of detail on WereGarurumon himself, what appears to be actual cloth for his pants and a heavily detailed rock base. The figure is scheduled for 2023, and again, that more details to come was again written, as you can see. About the topic, the pants looking like real cloth, I can only say that's true, and it's looking damn good, and it really looking like this. Though the chosen pose for an official MegaHouse statue for and of WereGarurumon didn't really blow my mind at first, but I had the same thoughts as the forum member when it comes to the sculpt and implementation of his pants. Because of my topic with the chosen pose doesn't blow my mind at first, well, yeah, there has been and are many unofficial statues of WereGarurumon, and therefore depictions of him from the countless Chinese design studios, which I think are a bit better and more dangerous looking, which just fitting a bit more better for especially WereGarurumon. So yeah, that's why I had these feelings about the official one. Anyway, getting back to the official MegaHouse WereGarurumon, again the next entry about the official promotion page for him just not happened until 8th February 2023 at the WithTheWill forum, as you can see. And so you can see the big real update isn't this old actual. And this post then was most likely done just a few days or just a few hours after the official announcement or promotion page was launched. I can't say if there is an official blog page at Mega Girls Hobby this time for him. I couldn't find anything. On the Mega Hobby Station page you can even find these promo and announcement banners to probably get connection to the official promotion page. Below that you also have the selection to get to this page, but no matter which of the two options I using, it always leads me unfortunately to this general international premium Bandai page, and I getting once again misdirected and can't get to the actual promotion page. Same problem again, yeah, but fortunately the pictures from the official promotion page were at least all posted with this entry at WithTheWill. Thanks to this and the member this, so we still can see at least parts of the official page, I wanted to say. At the top again, the official announcement teaser promo banner, including the following information and summary from the member below. After being announced, teased and shown off a number of times, it's about time for Precious G.E.M. WereGarurumon. Below is a link to the official promo video for him and the following additional statements from the member below again. The figure finishes off the figures for Gabumon from Digimon Adventure, who had all of his forms in G.E.M series or Precious G.E.M figures minus this one. They made a promo video to show off the various figures plus the new one along with a big promo image. Below that, at the forum, is the complete promo update banner, as usual with the nicely designed background to showcase WereGarurumon appropriately. With some Japanese writings as well that would be very interesting to know. But yeah, sadly I can't read them. Including the following further statements by the forum member below again. The big promo image shows off the entire line with Gabumon, Yamato and Garurumon represented with the most recent G.E.M figures they got. Below this is a nicely matching stage picture for and with WereGarurumon in a kinda more close up, and again including the following further statements from the forum member below. As with many Precious G.E.M figures, WereGarurumon is insanely detailed and is over 9.8 inches tall, which would be about almost 25 centimeters, by the way. Below the statement we have all the official product images at the forum, which I will certainly have shown you here along this video already, or still will show them. And below the last information from the member, including a first short conclusion. Pre-orders were opened for Precious G.E.M. WereGarurumon a bit over 26 hours from the time of this post at Premium Bandai Japan. The figure's suggested retail price is 22,000 yen and it will ship in September 2023. Would be about 161.59 in US dollars or a bit less than 153 in euros. Very fancy figure but pricey, as Precious G.E.M figures generally have been. The previews definitely show off the figure well, and to finish off the Gabumon's Evo line, this one will likely sell well. Now my own thoughts about. But I have to say the same thing here as I said about this price assessment in my info video about MegaHouse G.E.M. Actually, again, a rather cheaper, more reasonable price compared to other prices of the last recent Precious G.E.M Digimon Statues. And WereGarurumon has an even lower price with a slightly smaller size than G.E.M. So almost the same as I said before about G.E.M.'s price following next. Compared to the previous Precious G.E.M Digimon Statues, that was a tongue twister. Yeah, like Paitramon and the oversized Garurumon battle version, I see the suggested price for Precious G.E.M WereGarurumon, as mentioned shortly before, as actually relatively normal again, even if you don't get it completely passed by Japanese online shops, and it's currently offered for around almost 190 US dollars or 173 euros, also for much less and around just over 170 US dollars or 160 euros at those Japanese online shop sites. Yeah, you can find them, as you can see with those pictures here. Yeah, so that's still a relatively good price range for the current prices of what the statues cost now, and considering Precious G.E.M Paitramon's very high retail price already in Japanese shops. Because Paitramon had extreme high prices already at Japanese sites. You know from their info videos I was a bit upset about their new high prices, also for this new Garurumon, which were most likely associated with their unnecessary oversized sizes, and because they made them so uselessly oversized, therefore they got unnecessarily more expensive. Yes, that I criticized very much for them, if remembering. Though I have to say that the oversized new Precious G.E.M Garurumon battle version was announced at an even lower suggested retail price of about almost only 165 US dollars or about just under 156 euros. But Japanese shop sites were already offering the Garurumon battle version at a much higher price as well, which by the way has now become a bit more normal and discounted again, which is nice, like you can see with those screenshots. On the other hand, I found G.E.M.'s price and how WereGarurumon is now offered again better for the first time, and the price is actually totally okay for them, unless you order them in international shops around 320 US dollars or in German shops for around 300 euros. So I would of course, keep my hands from buying them there, and rather would say to buy those statues at such a relatively good price in Japanese shops like Hobby Genki, Nin Game or Amy. Because if you pay around a bit over $170 or those 160 euros for WereGarurumon there, you should still get it much cheaper, even with additional shipping costs, than in country if you're buying them here at those exorbitant prices. As mentioned at the beginning, there are and has been a bunch of such unofficial statues of WereGarurumon from various Chinese design studios made of fragile resin in perhaps even more better and more dangerous fitting chosen poses for WereGarurumon, but they also cost at least as much as the official one in Japan shops cost, or even much more, as you can see, and the official WereGarurumon isn't this expensive. Yeah, considering this all would be a good deal. I said earlier that the chosen pose for the official MegaHouse WereGarurumon doesn't really blew my mind, but of course it still suits WereGarurumon very well. You could imagine him attacking with a flying kick, or is about to striking with his hand claws to use his famous Kaiser Nail attack, or for us, Wolf's Claw. But the more I dealt with him for this info video and looked at the pictures, the more I started to like the chosen depiction, and meanwhile I think it's still really cool for him. And again, the Japanese shop prices are still relatively good in compared to those higher priced ones before. There are also some special details on the official WereGarurumon statue that I'm very impressed about with this implementation, and these are the metal details such as earrings and necklace are made of real metal. Well, that can also be and is also the case with the unofficial WereGarurumon statues, but still, that they made the official one also in the style I do like much. Then again, that thing that depends also well detailed, that they looking like they would be made of real cloth, is an absolutely unique feature maybe only the MegaHouse WereGarurumon has, I think. And the official MegaHouse WereGarurumon has the strongly anime-based design. Who likes that? Which you not has this extremely in contrary with those unofficial design studio statues, where often has those design liberties the studios making for certain details, you know, and I think you also can see with those pictures along here. And since the material the official G.E.Ms are made of is also much more durable and less fragile than in country resin statues are, therefore, and if you like the chosen pose of the official here, I would go for the official G.E.M. WereGarurumon and grab this statue. And I think I don't have to waste a lot words more that this statue also in general looking super good, how it should be and how it is usual for being such a high quality MegaHouse G.E.M statue. It has a very detailed sculpt and also in very detailed matching color design as you would imagine and want it to be from such a statue of WereGarurumon by MegaHouse. And on top of that, this perfectly designed base with the rocks stages the whole thing very individually for WereGarurumon and also suits Precious G.E.M Garurumon battle version similar designed rock base. With all the good things, there is also something negative to complain about, which WereGarurumon itself is not even the direct cause of. You see with this comparison picture where you can see all together with which they wanted to show off that the evolution line for Gabumon got now completed, but unfortunately the sizes of the different Evo forms not fitting very well together again, since Precious G.E.M. Garurumon and Metal Garurumon are way too big and still too much oversized in my eyes. WereGarurumon seems actually a bit too small between them. That's mainly because the other two were just made way too big, and I just don't understand the why about this again. Yeah, considering all their realistic sizes to each other, shouldn't WereGarurumon then be at least as same tall as Garurumon battle version if they don't caring about better and more accurate sizing anymore? But so it's again a very odd scaling between them. For sure the Garurumon species are in general not the biggest characters, but WereGarurumon seems to be smaller than Garurumon, and I think this is the point and shows the kinda odd representation, which is kinda similar to the Greymon, Metal Greymon and Wargame, where Metal Greymon, seen from a realistic point of view, should be the tallest of them, but is in reality sadly the smallest of the three G.E.M. Greymon. Since WereGarurumon is even slightly smaller than Sakuyamon according to the official size informations, he seems looking pretty puny in this comparison image, which especially in compared to the big Garurumon and yeah also Metal Garurumon makes this very obvious, because like I said, the Garurumon species are all rather smaller characters and should be at least kinda more all about the same size. This would be at least a more realistic scaling than in country MegaHouse done it in this way here. Though I welcome the fact that they're making the current statues a little smaller again, the realistic size relations of the various Evo forms clearly suffering under this odd implementation here again. Design studios definitely do this better in general and mostly try to be more realistic for their unofficial Digimon statues and their scaling to each other. Actually, they putting directly much value for doing the right scaling and caring much for this, as you can see here with those Gabumon Evo-Line-Statues. That would absolutely be the right way to do it. MegaHouse! Yeah, not like you done. This got the design studio absolutely right, and MegaHouse didn't with their official Metal Greymon. Sadly, they don't care any longer for a better scaling. Yeah, so that should also be a point to consider buying the original MegaHouse WereGarurumon or not. For those of you who caring about the scaling problem the official statues of MegaHouse have now. Of course, he is also a better and more expensive alternative to the newer, small WereGarurumon Shodo action figure and all the old action figures he got back then. That should be said as well. At the end of the promotion info part for WereGarurumon, I add the product description from Mega Hobby Japan English page. From the anime series Digimon Adventure comes a long-awaited figure of WereGarurumon. After 9 years of G.E.M. series Digimon figures, Gabumon has finally been sculpted as in perfect or ultimate evolution, the bipedal beast with a muscular build, WereGarurumon. The sculpt of the figure has captured the sharp edges of his design, such as his honed fangs and claws, while the paintwork still leaves his coat looking beautiful. Be sure to add the impressive figure to your collection and display him alone or together with previously released figures in the G.E.M. Digimon series. Let's get to the second part of this info video for Precious G.E.M Digimon Adventure, our wargame Omegamon 2023 version. The WithTheWill forum post with the pictures of the official promotion page, as you can see, is already from 30th November 2022 with the announcement teaser banner and this general information below. Below this we have the big promo image from the official promotion page again with the following statements below. The physical setup of the figure itself is the same as the original by being almost 2 feet tall with the grey sword pointed upwards, or 60 centimeters tall, by the way. Below this, these two official product images followed by further statements. The main focus on the new Our Wargame 2023 version of the figure is the updated coloring to be more like the movie and also giving it a goldish glow based on the light that appeared when Omegamon first showed up in the movie. So basically the new 2023, the new 2023 version is the same statue in view of the sculpt with this different described color scheme, but basically just a repaint. More product images and the following next statements are following at the forum below. The stand has also been changed to more yellowly and gold to match the new style. Below this, these additional product images and the following concluding information at the forum. So that pre-orders for Precious G.E.M Digimon Adventure, our wargame Omegamon 2023 version were opened a bit over 24 hours from the time of this post, and that he was up for pre-order for a super high suggested retail price of 29,700 yen at Premium Bandai Japan, and that he will be shipped in August 2023 in Japan. That would be about a bit over $217 US or a bit over 205 in euros. Well, that's outdated anyway with the pre-orders, but the member still draws his short conclusion about below. It looks nice, but probably not nice enough for many people to rebuy it if they own the original, especially with the new even higher price tag. Well, the given price is actually not as bad if you should still able to get it at some Japanese shops pages at this price, but I can still remember the prices outside of Japan very well for its original release back then. For example, in some German shop it was around 300 euros, and the new one gets offered at the same German shop for almost 355 euro, which would be about a bit over 376 US dollars. Yeah, so much about that. If you can get it in Japan for maybe $20 more than the suggested Japanese retail price, that would be a good deal, but only for those who missed the original release back then. Yeah, for those this is a good alternative to can get it again, but for those who already have the original release at home at an even higher price, it is rather uninteresting to buy the new one, as the forum member concluded. Because it's just a repaint with a different color scheme, they didn't even change the effect of the base from the sculpt of the original release? No, they not. It also has the exact same sculpt as the effect of the original release, as you hopefully can see here, and here too it's the same. Only different colors are used to mold it. Just only the lettering itself on the base is different. With that, I would like to finish my info video about the main part with and about Precious G.E.M WereGarurumon, and also about the port with Precious G.E.M Omegamon repaint. Though it's been a while since the announcement happened, I hope you still liked it. If so, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, see you again, and until the next video, your Mega 88 1000.